Well, there's not a lot to break down. We officially hit the crash yesterday as futures open. We saw it today. Let me just break it. Like you can see, we dance around these yellow zones. They just break it down. But when I talked about a crash, last year, we did draw. I don't zone out the S&P, but I did draw these out here. These are weekly zones. But look what we did. But now this was my I think we're gonna make it to here. I think SPY's can go to 45, which is why we had that line there. Gap to it, played the back and forth, shot up, shot back down, bounced off these like an absolute ping pong ball. Now I actually am still long. I'm long the NASDAQ itself, and I didn't go long until right here. We had this bull pennant play out. It's paying out right now, but seeing that's when I decided to go long. Everything today, the kind of bullishness, I can't really call it a recovery, but the bounce. This is why I said I'm not selling calls this week. Is because stuff like this, you'll instantly be in management mode. So if you're watching yesterday, I told you guys I am a buyer. I'm a buyer by selling puts. Now I did sell puts today on not Tesla. No, actually, I sold a call on Tesla, but I did sell a put on Meta and Nvidia. So with Tesla, I just jump into that real quick. If you've been following my plays, I sold the 220 put, 100% play. 220 put, 100% play. 250 put. Now, kept 100%, but I did get assigned. And then I sold the 250 call for this week for, I want to say 540. Should be 540 on the dot. So I'm doing 2 contracts. So it was just shy of $1,100 to sell my shares where I got them. So if you are following along with that, all I've done is just sold the option to buy. No, that's worded wrong. When you sell, I'm obligated to buy the shares if it does get below. Anyway, sold the puts. Nothing ever happened. I just got to keep all the money. Now that I finally do have the shares at that price, although my adjusted cost basis is much lower, I own the shares at 250, and I'm selling the right to sell them at 250, collecting again another over $1,000 just for that. Looking at the markets, again, I'm still on the NASDAQ. The shocking thing right here, we jumped up, we were starting to pull back, and this is like the breakup candle right here. And I had my stop just below this. We missed it by, and by we I just mean I and whoever followed, by a tick. That's it. Thought for sure that was tagging out. So I am still in it. We'll have to see. I didn't want to move it up yet. I thought about, and if I was in it, or not if I was in it, but like if I'm just getting brand new, if there wasn't a zone right there, I would probably put my stop right below here. Because here's where we kind of have a little micro bull flag, if you will. You're asking to tag out if you put your stop there overnight. So I don't know, if we just weren't, if that zone wasn't there, I think I would move my stop up. But that is my NASDAQ play. As far as the S&P play goes, we jumped up, hit that zone, we sold off, we held this one, starting to work our way back up. But here's what they should really be telling you. Death cross coming out. This is when you want to go short. Not when you think the market's going to be at the top or overbought. You want to make sure you go short after it's already officially crashed. That's what this is about to tell you. Looking at the NASDAQ real quick. We already got that. So according to the NASDAQ, if you play the death cross, there's a lot of people. That's like a cult following. There are people that are going short right now. It's official, the death cross. That's the 50 over the 200. Those are moving averages. You'll argue with people if it's going to be exponential or simple moving average. But no arguing there. On the daily time frame, that is the official death cross on the NASDAQ. As far as the expected moves, stayed well within inside. Nothing really to talk about there. Again, so all we did was really end up at Friday's close. So we gapped down. We saw that fear yesterday. Got brought right back up. And like I talked about last night, nothing changed. There's no in between. I think we're either bottoming here or we're halfway there. We're kicking this thing off. I think a lot of other people are saying another 20%. I personally said 30%. As in like 30% total. Everyone else is saying 40% total. We could probably get our verbiage together on that one. Either way, no way would I be here. Let's say we do fall and we crash 30% total. I would not call anybody right now calling 40% a fool, because I think calling out the crash is easy. I'm 4 for 4 of them. Again, well in advance. Calling the depths of which it's going to be, now you're playing on so many emotions, especially now that we've already checked that box. If we don't turn around here, if we don't base out, the emotions aren't going anywhere. Volatility stays cranked, and then we could just roll over. Like, all volatility did was gap up and pull back. It's still high, so we could very well still be on the run. So anything below 20%, again, for me, I'm a buyer. I just didn't flat out go buy a bunch of stuff. I sold a bunch of shares. I want to get paid to buy. So just to kind of bring that in, I guess, again, still on the video a day thing, keeping that going. As long as the engagement's there, I'm here. Dollar did bounce out of that zone. I think I got to go short. I'm going to go short the US dollar Japanese yen. All right, so we had Bitcoin. Not really doing much. Still very much on its downward trend. So what do you see? I think someone was talking about there being a floor right here at 80, maybe. But you know, when it comes to reversal, there's quite a few things that need to take place that we just haven't seen. All we've seen is we got a little excited, and just like when I tell you guys, when stocks push up, they pull over or they pull back, and all Bitcoin did was pull over, and eventually you just kind of get the continuation. And if nothing changes, that looks like that's all that's going to happen, and we're going to get that crypto a little bit lower. I still like it at the 73 mark, 72. That's where I'm gonna buy a bit more. I don't know if I'll buy a whole coin, but I'll definitely chunk some in at that zone right there. Looking at the Grandpa Dow, ultimately holding that bottom zone right there. Let's see where from the absolute peak, where did we go? From the peak all the way down. Oh, haven't even crashed yet. So the NASDAQ's crashed. The S&P has crashed. Not Grandpa Dow. He's hanging in there by 1%. Russell was an awesome knife catch last night. Now, I didn't take it, but man, if you did, I know a couple people in my group did. Look at that. Gapped into that type 2, ultimately found that yellow zone, found some buyers, and went for it. I gotta say, if I nailed that, my stop would be, it'd probably at least be up here. I'd want to make something on. I wouldn't want to just put it in the green and just not lose. I would want to make something off of that. Because right now, and this is kind of across the board, are we putting in the next lower high? Is this a dead cat bounce? I don't think we're going to just show off the bottom that easy. I bet there will be a fight. So as long as the volatility continues like this, I would stay nimble. I wouldn't get too caught in your ways. I wouldn't get, if you're going to jump down the rabbit hole of news and opinions, keep it there. Keep it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. When it comes to the charts, just let those numbers show you what they're doing, and then take that play. Right now, I can honestly see a lot of people getting chopped up this week. There was a tweet that went viral about the tariffs being suspended for 90 days. People think people are buying off of that, and maybe that drove something, but can you imagine a fake tweet? How crazy things have to be for something like that, something that would be so official as an announcement, to just have a fake tweet come out and everybody freak out and share it? That tells you no one's thinking with their mind. They're thinking with their emotions. So I'll wrap it up here. Just be careful with that. Be careful this week. And again, if you don't have anything to comment, throw up an emoji. I saw somebody else say that. Counts as engagement. Anything. Throw it up down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow.